Hello everyone, my name is Ashish and welcome to the Stag Instance channel. So today in this lecture we are going to discuss about how to integrate the high chart with a Spring Boot application. And in my last lecture I have shown you how to create a dynamic chart using a high chart API, but there I have hard coded the data. So if you will see my last lecture, so let's go to the controller. So here you can see that I have hard coded this data and then I have generated the chart. But in this lecture, I am going to take the data from the database, and for that I'm going to use a MySQL, right? So let's integrate the HighChart API with the JPA repository and a MySQL database. So for that, let's go to our Chrome, and here we have the Spring Initializer. So let's generate one Spring Boot application quickly. So let's provide a stag instance. So let's change the artifact name. HighChart database. So let's add the dependencies. So here I'm going to add Spring Wave. I'm going to use the dev Spring Boot dev tool so that my application get automatically restart if I do any changes. And then I will add a theme leaf also. Then I will add JPA repository. Then I will add like MySQL driver, right? So these are the dependencies I am using. So let's generate this project. So here it is going to download in a G format. So we need to extract it. So let's go to the downloaded folder, extract it here. And now we need to import this project inside my Eclipse. All right. So let's to close my previous project. So let's import my current project, go to the directory, go to the project which you have created now, HighChart database, open it and finish this. So by in this way, we have imported this project successfully inside my database as inside my Eclipse, right? So here I am going to use means I am going to do the CRUD operations. It means that first I am going to create means I'm going to take the employee age and the name, and then I'm going to create the bar chart as per the age and the name of the employee, right? So here like first of all I'm going to add this employee to my like the MySQL database, and then I'm going to take all the data from the MySQL the database, and then I'm going to generate a dynamic chart for that. So first of all I'm going to create one index.html. So index.html will be my landing page, and here I'm going so here I'm not going to use the controller for this. So I'm going to bypass this like controller for the index.html. So for that what we will do, so let's go to our main class, and here I will implement this with the wave MVC configure interface, and then I'm going to like write one method with the public add view controller, and in the argument I'm going to take the view controller registry, right? And let's take one reference variable. So inside this method, I'm going to register this by the registry dot add view controller. So add view controller is going to take the URL. So let's say if anybody pass with the index dot means slash index URL, then it is going to set the view name as index. So it means that if it get the URL like slash index, then it is going to call this HTML index.html. It means that we need to create one HTML with the name index.html. So for that, let's go to the resource folder, and inside resource we have the template. So inside the template we need to create one HTML file. So create one HTML file with the name index.html, right? And here I am going to write the code. So inside index.html, right, inside inside index.html, we will have one title with the name bar chart. And let's say that if the user click on that bar chart, then it is going to generate a bar chart, right? So already I have the template for the index.html. So I'm going to copy this for now, and then I will explain you. So go to Eclipse, and here I have written one index.html. So for that, here I'm using the time leaf. So that's why we have to write th, and then we have to provide this URL, and then title as high chart. All right, and here we have the bar chart, right? So in the bar chart, if I click the bar chart, then here I have assigned the h reference, so it is going with the URL bar chart, right? So this is my index.html, and now I am going to write and now I'm going to create all the folders related this. So first of all, let's create packages. Let's create one model package. Let's add another package, controller package, and in controller package I'm going to add my controller class. Let's add another package, service. So inside service package I'm going to add my service layer. Let's add another package for my repository. So repository is my name of my package. So inside repository I'm going to add my repository, the JPO repository interface, right? So here I'm going to create one employee model. So employee model will contain like the age and the name of the employee. And with the respect of the age and the name, I'm going to generate the bar chart. So first of all, I'm going to do the CRUD operation. It means that I'm going to add the employee information to the database. And then with that information, by fetching the information, I will generate one bar chart, right? So for that, I'm going to add one like a model class. So let's generate one model class inside my model package with the name something employee. So this is my entity class. So here I will take the age and the name as a string, and I will keep this age and the ID as the primary key, right? Yeah, now it's fine. So let's generate some like getter and the setter method. Yeah, fine. So here I have, so here I'm like done with the like the model class, and now I will create one like the repository. So go to the repository for package, and here let's create one interface with the name employee repository. All right. So let's extend this repository uh, with the JP repository, and here as a, so here I'm going to provide my model name as the employee class, right? And the ID will be the primary key. So primary key is like ID, so it is of type integer type, right? So let's import this. Yeah, fine. So till here we have implemented our like the repository interface. Now I am going to add like the service layer. So for that, let's create one service class inside my service package with the name employee service. So let's mark this with the service annotation to make this as a service layer. So here I'm going to inject my employee repository, right? So let's inject my employee repository here. And the repository is my reference variable. So let's mark this as a auto-var annotation. Now let's create the like the method for saving an employee object or the resource to the database with the name save employee. So this will take one like the employee object. All right. And then with the repository reference, I need to call one. We have the method with the name save, and here I will pass my entity. So employee reference is my entity, right? So this is going to save this. So here I need to return some data like saved employee resource. All right. So this is the method. So this is the string I'm going to return if we do our like saving, if we save this resource in the database. Now let's add one more method for fetching the data. So for that I'm going to use the list type. So here list will be my employee class as a generic. So get all employee is my method name. So repository reference dot we have the find all method. Let's call the find all method, and here it is going to return all the employee here, and we need to return this. So let's add a return statement here, right? So we have added our service layer. Now let's add a controller layer to go to the controller package, and now let's add one more class, employee controller. So let's mark this controller as a controller. Yeah. So first of all, I'm going to like inject the service layer here. So private employee service. So service is my like the reference variable. So let's add the annotation at the rate autovar. Fine. So now let's create the two endpoint. The first endpoint to add the resource to the database, and the second endpoint I will create to get all the resources present in the database. So let's create the first resource, the first endpoint with the string as a return type. So this is so here I want to add this employee. So with the name add employee, and here it is going to, so now it is going to take this employee object or the resource from the request body. So for that I will mark with the request body annotation, and then employee employee, right? So inside this add I need to call my service class method like the save employee, right? So let's call the service dot, so we have the save employee method we have created in the service layer. So we need to call this method to save this employee to the database, and here we need to return. So let's add the return statement here. All right. So here it is going to return the string object, the string information. So, so here I'm going to call this endpoint with the post method, with the HTTP post method. So for that, I'm using the post mapping, right? And inside the mapping, I'm going to pass the URL as add employee. So with the URL, it is going to add one resource to the database. Now let's create one more endpoint for fetching the data from the database. So this will be of like string get all employee. All right. So now, so here I'm going to fetch the data and then I'm going to fetch the data in a list format, right? So for that, what I will do, I will use the list. So this is of a string. All right. So here I'm going to fetch the list. So in the list we have the age and the name. All right. So I'm going to fetch the age first with the like, and then I'm going to add that the list of the age in a list. So let's see how we can do. So let's add a name list first. All right. So this is the so first of all I will use the service dot, we have the get like the get employee method, and here I'm going to use the like the stream API to stream the data. Stream dot, I can use the map. All right, and in the map I will use, let's say, map dot get name. So it is going to fetch all the name, and then I'm going to use the collect method and the collectors like the class to change this collectors, and then to change this to the to list. Yeah. So this way it is going to fetch the employee in a list, and then I want to save only the name of the only the name part of the employee in a name list, right? So for that I'm using the stream API dot map, and then I'm using the collector to list out. So now in the same way, I'm going to take the list for the age also. So let's add the list. This is of integer type, age list. Let's call the service dot get all employee. So it is going to give us the list of the employee in a list, and then here I am using the stream API to stream the data map. So here I will use the get age. So this is the arrow key, and then x dot get age. So here we will fetch all the ages of the employee, and then here I will use the collect method, and inside this I will use the collectors class dot to list method. Right. So here it is going to fetch the data, all the employee, and then it is going to store the age of the employee in a age list. So here I will use, the model. So here the model will be like org.springframework.ue. Yeah. So this is the model, and now I'm going to add all this name list and the age list in a model attribute. So model dot add attribute. So as a key, let's use as a key as a name to add all the list of the name of the employee. So name list. So in the similar way, I will use model dot add attribute method, and as a key, I will use, let's say, age. And with the age here, I'm going to use store the age list. All right. So in this, like the model, I'm adding the name key, and the value is like the name list, the whole the whole, like the list of the name of the employee. And here I am adding whole, like the list of the age of the employee, right? And then I need to return. So let's return. And here simply I will pass one string, let's say bar chart. So this is the, like the HTML page we need to generate. So it is going to render to this bar chart. So this is my endpoint to get all the employee, right? So here I am taking the data from the database, and then I am going to generate the bar chart using this data fetched from the database. So this is the endpoint. So I need this to call with the get mapping method, and here I will pass bar chart, right? So here, if in the URL we will get bar chart, then like this endpoint will get hit, and then it will fetch all the data from the database, and then it will stream the data, and then it is going to store the name of the whole employee in the name list, and then it is going to fetch the data, and then it is going to store whole age of the employee in a age list. And then I have added this to the model with the key name and the age, and then I'm returning the bar chart. It means that it is going to render to this bar chart. So we need to create one HTML with the name bar chart inside my template folder. To go to the template folder, and there I need to create one HTML file with the name barchart.html. So already I have the template. So let me copy this template from here, and then I will explain you. Yeah. So go to the Eclipse, paste it here. So here you can see that I have added this template here. Like here I'm using the theme lib. So we need to import this by providing this like URL, and there I'm providing the hrefs as the CD, and I'm using the bootstrap.mean.css and the bootstrap theme mean.css, and also, right, and also I am taking the bootstrap mean.css, and then highchart.js file, and also I am in doing the JavaScript inline, right? And this is the highchart.chart container, and the type as column, and the text organization, all right. And this is the x-axis. In the x-axis I'm taking the name. So this is in the way so this is the way by fetching the data from the model by dollar, and then the flower bracket and the name. So this key should be matched with the model here. So this is the name, the key. So here it is going to fetch all the like the list of the name here. And in the same way we have another attribute with the name age. So this age will be in the, like the y-axis here as the age, right? So this should be age actually, because this is the age text. uh, Sorry, yeah, it was fine, name only. Yeah, save it. So here till here I have completed my bar chart.html. I have written one controller class, I have written one service class, right? And also I've written one repository, all right. And also I've created one model dot like the model class, and also index.html, right? And now I need to, so here I am going to use so here I am going to use like the MySQL driver. So for that I need to add the MySQL driver in my application.property file. So already I have the template. So this is the template. Let me copy, and then I will explain you. Paste it here. So here you can see that I'm adding the driver class name as com.mysql.jdbc driver, and the URL as jdbc mysql localhost. So this is my default port number, and the high chart is my schema name, right? So all right, so I need to create the schema in my, like, the MySQL, and this is my username root and the password is this. So here the JPS OSQL I have done true, and the DDL auto as update, and the dialect I'm using this dialect, right? So here, I have added the configuration for my MySQL driver. Save this. So here I need to create one in schema or the database in my MySQL. So for that I will use MySQL workbench, and here I need to add one, like, add one schema. So I have copied that high chart, and here I will create uh, one schema with the name high chart. All right, so here I have created one high chart schema, right? Now let's go to our Eclipse. Yeah, so everything is fine. Now let's save this, and now I'm going to start my server. So I'm going to run this as a Java application. So run as the Java application. Yeah, so our application started with the Tomcat with the port number 8080. All right, so now I need to add some resources or the data in my database to my high chart table, right? So for that, I am going to use the third party application as a Postman to add some data. So this is like the post method, and this is the this is like so add employee. So 8080 add employee. So let me check the controller. Yeah. So as a controller, so we are going to hit this endpoint with the add employee. So copy this, go to the postman, add this. And as the request body, I'm going to pass the age as 60 and the name as Gurpreet. Now let's hit this, hit the send button. So here we got some error, 500. Let me check. Template might not accessible by the configure template resolver. Template accessible any template. All right, so let me check. This is the high chart. All right, workbench. This is the high chart. So already high chart is present here. Yeah, so employee information has been created, but we are not able to save the data in it, right? Yeah, with the age and the name. But like data, okay. So here, guys, we are able to save the data like 60 and Gurpreet here, right? I don't know why it is showing some exception. So ignore for now. So let's go to the postman, and again let's change this as a 50, and let's add Ashish. Hit. So again 500 error. Let's check that whether this is added to my database or not. Yeah, here you can see that we are able to add this data to our database, right? I don't know, there is some like issue. It is like it is showing some error, but our data is adding successfully. So there is some like time lift version issue or something. So let me add one more data to the database. Let's add age 20 and the name of the employee as Manish. All right. So let's hit the send button now. All right, so now I need to generate the bar chart for this. So let's go to our Chrome, and here we have to hit 8080, right? So this is my the index file. All right, and in the index file we have the bar chart as a title. So now we are going to hit the bar chart. So here you can see that we are able to generate a bar chart by taking the data from the database. So here we have the three employee with the name Gurpreet, whose age is 60, Ashish, whose age is 50, and the Manish, whose age is 20, right? And here you can see that we get some functionality to download in all the format like PNG, JP, and the PDF, right? So this is the index dot file here, and the index dot file has one title with the name bar chart, right? So let's go to our Eclipse. So this is my index.html, right? So this is the bar chart. So as I click the bar chart in the index.html, so it passes this URL bar chart, right? So it goes to the controller and it check the endpoint. So here is the endpoint. So this is the bar chart, right? So it's hit this endpoint and then it take the data from the database, and here it calls service.get all employee, and then it fetches all the employee list, and then we stream this data, and then we uh, store the name of all the employee in a name list, and then we take the data and then we stream the age of all the employee, and then we store in a age list, and then we add to this model, right? And with this model in my bar chart HTML, I am taking with this like a dollar and the square bracket, and sorry, with the like the flower bracket, and then we are displaying, or we are creating a dynamic bar chart in the in my like the browser, right? And we are using the MySQL database, right? So in this way you can see that I have integrated the high chart API with my Spring Boot by using the Spring Data JPA and also a MySQL database to render or to create a dynamic chart or a graph in your application, right? So thank you guys and have a nice day.